Now, what in the world did we just witness here? NCSoft just officially acknowledged, which was formerly known as Project TL but is now Throne and Liberty. It used to be Lineage Eternal, and that was a game that I thought was going to go directly head to head with Lost Ark. But it seems NCSoft has just thrown a huge monkey wrench when it comes to the whole Lineage franchise and what we thought was going to be Lineage, but now, like I said, it's Throne and Liberty. And this is a good time. I wanted to take a step back just to look at where this all started with Lineage Eternal and fast forward to today. And the craziest thing is that NCSoft has stated that they want to launch this game globally this year, 2022. And that's really tripping me out. But let's rewind a little bit and look at Lineage Eternal, and then we'll fast forward to what we saw just a couple weeks ago with the Throne Liberty trailer. And when we first saw this trailer for Lineage Eternal, this was looking off the hook. It was looking really good. Everything from the mobs, the detail. Now, keep in mind, this is 2011, so this is definitely dated. But when this came out, we were like, okay, this is going head to head with Lost Ark, without a doubt. These are going to be the two competing isometric games, top-down style ARPGs that ARPG MMO-ish style games that we're going to really look forward to. These two are going to battle it out to see who's going to be number one. That's how, at least I was thinking, and a lot of people were thinking at the time. And as you can look at it from this perspective, it had the style, tons of mobs. It was really gritty though. Now that I look back at it, it was gritty, like a lot of castle sieges, and you can see it looks just like your classic just ARPG style MMO style game. And this was exciting at the time, but something happened with this whole project. Basically, the next gen Lineage, all that got scrapped. The development, the systems, all of the content, everything has just been pretty much just scrapped, and they got a new story. Everything's just been revamped and rewritten. So that's when I first got hip to Lineage Eternal, and I was excited right there. That's the style I was looking for. And then if you fast forward to 2017, they pretty much stuck with that same style. This trailer, which they titled Project TL, which had us kind of scratching our heads like, okay, this isn't Lineage? What is this? But whether it had the Lineage name or not, what we saw I thought was pretty impressive. Definitely the lighting, the effects were turned up, but we still had the isometric camera. Although in this trailer looked kind of zoomed in, it did pan out from time to time, but we still got our castle sieges, tons of mobs. Things were running a lot better, which it should. I mean, we're talking about 2011 to 2017. So stuff better be turned up quite a bit. So you could definitely tell that things were looking pretty solid in this trailer. Even though there was a wide gap between Lineage Eternal to the official announcement of Project TL, you could still tell that things weren't, that development still had a ways to go. Without a doubt. But so now we're gonna fast forward to today. What we saw, it actually is probably a couple weeks ago from the time of this recording, and that's Throne and Liberty. And right off the bat, I mean, you can't even compare this trailer to the previous two. And the main thing is the third person camera view, which to me was unexpected. To me, at this point, as long as this game has been in development, give us something. So I'm not even going to really cry and complain about that. I mean, Lost Ark is out, so we get our fix there. But at the beginning, I liked what I saw from Lineage Eternal. So I would like to see a version of that, but if they're going down this route, I mean, it's been so long. I mean, it is what it is. And just looking at everything from this perspective, I would say they're on the right track. You got a grappling hook to get up these mountains, just some almost kind of like some additional travel skill to get you over that rough terrain. Looks really dope. Looks like you can also use that grappling hook to hook mobs and fight them as well. I'm not sure what this blue aura is about. Everything is kind of faded in the background. It looks like he activates this ability. I'm not sure what its purpose is, but it's interesting. Another thing that I see is the combat effects that look pretty good at this stage. The lightning, and also here you see these sparks. These sparks are flying from the melee combat. That's a really nice touch of detail. Also the arrows and this big troll ogre looking dude looks, I like the way that enemy looks, the detail and just the whole style of it. It looks pretty nice. Now, of course, right off the bat, the combat has to have some type of weight to it and impact. So we have to wait and see. But from what I'm seeing here, it looks pretty cool. And when it looks like you're going to be able to take animal form. So flight and ground form as far as travel, that's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's a class, like a druid type class, or what that is, but that's pretty cool. And a huge thing that I'm noticing on this trailer is grouping together and taking down big mobs, almost like they're world bosses or whatnot, which is great. That's awesome. It looks like this game may be leaning heavy on that, which is pretty nice. The environments as well. I like just the way the terrain is looking from a distance. Just has that old castle siege battle type feel. And even on this part here, when these two groups are clashing, you see people are engaging in animal form and then breaking out of that form to go right into combat. It's almost kind of confusing though, because I'm like, okay, are those hunters? Do they have pets, or are these actually players? From the trailer, to me, it almost seems like that those are players who are riding in their animal type form. I could be wrong though. I mean, there is a hunter style class, or however they're doing it here. So it'd be really interesting to see. It could be a mix of both. And the mobs that you are grouping up to fight, they look pretty wild. They look really cool. I'm hoping that they bring quite a challenge and are rewarding, as well as just give you a feel of accomplishment when they're defeated. And to me, the highlight of the trailer is this big, I like to call him Rock Man. He's like, he must be a friendly NPC because people are riding on his back, and he's like, they're walking up to the castle siege, and that just looks really dope right there. The detail on Rockman and just how the big in stature he is, it's really, really cool looking. And that's it, peeps. Let us know what you think about the whole progression from Lineage Eternal all the way to Throne and Liberty, which was very unexpected. I'm pretty much excited to see anything from this game, without a doubt. This stuff's been in development for far too long. 2011 just released something, and I hope they stick with 2022. I mean, they might as well. All of the time that it's taken, just go ahead and release the game at this point, and let's see what it's like. Previously, I would have been like, go ahead and take your time. But when you're talking about 2011, let's go. But let us know what you think in the comments. Are you excited? Did you like what you see? I'm okay with the third-person view. Of course, I would love to see isometric, but I'm completely okay at this point with that. I just want to see more. And that's it, peeps. Peace and God bless.